The ancient city of Athens is renowned for its art, architecture, literature, philosophy, and drama. But perhaps the greatest legacy of Athens is its politics. Athens, the first democratic city in the world, and among all these beautiful ruins, there's one in particular which is of great significance. It's often overlooked, and it's right over here. It's called the Pnyx. It's the site of the Ecclesia, the ancient democratic meeting place of the city of Athens. Over here, you can see the Areopagus Hill, which during the era of the tyrannies and the aristocratic factions which preceded them, was the home to a judicial body which met there and had the same name. Thus, after Cleisthenes reform, this, the hill of the Pnyx, was a natural choice for the new meeting place, not only because the gentle slope could accommodate a small theater space for the meeting of the ecclesia, but also because it overlooked the older assembly place on the Areopagus and the fortified heart of the city, the Acropolis. Under Cleisthenes, the Athenians were reorganized into 10 prytanies, which met in the Boule in the Agora. This organization ran the city from a day-to-day basis. But in addition, an ecclesia was established, literally meaning a calling together of the citizens. Between 5,000 and 10,000 adult male Athenians would gather here to give speeches and to listen. It was here that the course of the Peloponnesian War was decided, the Sicilian expedition was launched, and the budget for the Parthenon was approved. One of the important things to understand about the Pnyx, besides this beautiful rock-cut architecture, something that you can't see in maps and reconstructions or in photographs, is the view. The Pnyx looks out over the ancient city of Athens, the Agora, which was both the market and the political meeting place when the ecclesia was not in session, and the Acropolis. The Acropolis was not just the religious center of the ancient city, but it also housed the treasury. It's hard to see it now because it's been so completely covered over by later building projects, but the original speaker's platform of the first phase of the Pnyx was right here, when the assembly simply met on the hilltop. During the second and third phase of the Pnyx, the ground level here would have sloped up, forming a dish of a theater. Archaeologists have now brought it back down to the original bedrock, which is a more accurate version of the slope of the theater.
Phase 1 of the Pnyx began around 500 BC, shortly after the rise of the new democracy. Many attribute it to a Periclean building project, a grand attempt to beautify the city of Athens. The move from the Areopagus perfectly coincided with the strive to promote the voice of everyone. The inclined slope of the hill assured that everybody present could both speak and be heard. The second phase is attributed to the end of the 5th century, shortly after the rise of the tyrannical 30. The reversal of both the political ideology and structure of the architecture is directly attached to this group. Plutarch writes, "The 30 turned toward the land of the Pnyx, and made so to look towards the sea, supposing a maritime origin to democracy." During the end of this phase, key players of Athenian democracy, such as Lysias, Demosthenes, and Isocrates, could have been heard. The third phase, between 345 and 335 BC, had less of a political motive. It was primarily a representative of Athenians' mastering of both technology and architecture to counter the inhospitable terrain.